Hi guys, welcome to my channel again. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I wanted to talk about a topic which I have seen a lot on YouTube about, and it's about how a lot of people are quitting their vegan diets, and there's a lot of controversy around the subject and stuff. And I kind of want to put my 2 cents in about the topic. It's like, because I started being vegan in my early teens, and that was because when you go through puberty, then your hormones, well, my hormones changed completely, and I didn't feel the same way anymore. I cut out all meat, all dairy, and essentially I was eating a lot of fiber, whole grains, and lots of fruits and vegetables. And that was when I was vegan. So, but then in my early 20s, I found the raw food diet, and I just thought it was like the best thing that ever existed. Like, there could be nothing more pure than the raw food diet and all that kind of stuff. So I started the raw food diet, and I can tell you, when I first started, it was extremely hard. I felt, I don't know how to explain, but the only thing that I can kind of explain like that I was like getting off of some kind of drug or something like that, because it was so hard. But I realize now that it wasn't that I was like getting off of a drug or something. It's just that the food that I was eating, the raw food, it wasn't digesting well, and I wasn't assimilating the nutrients from it. So that's why I felt so bad. So I had been on the raw food diet most of my 20s, on and off, with different kinds of cleanses and detox, and the lemonade detox, and then juicing detoxes, and then fasting. I fasted for like a whole month on like nothing, just water and some lemon juice, like just some lemon with water. And that was extremely hard too, but somehow I went through it, because I was thinking that I was going to be so much better on the other side. And I was a little bit better, but I still had a lot of problems, mostly with constipation and then mood, like depression, anxiety, unsure of yourself, and not having like, what is it called, like very good decision making, you know, like I wasn't strong in myself to really know what I wanted until later on. So what else was I, this was a huge deal. I had even tests done because I felt so horrible on my hormones, and I even have a video about how I live without hormones and all that kind of stuff, because I had some tests done, and they showed that I essentially had like not even the minimum, it was like way under the minimum. I like had extremely tiny amounts of hormones, and I was not even getting my period at that time. It was like, that's why I went on the raw food diet, because I was thinking like that, you know, I'm just full of so much toxins and stuff, and I have to eliminate that so I can start getting my period. And because I thought if I get my period, then my hormones must have gone up, well, which is true, and then I would, you know, be healthier and more vibrant and more full of life and more enthusiastic about life and all that kind of thing. And it did happen. I did start to get my period, but I was also taking like bitter gourd and Iodoral, which is a thyroid supplement, because your thyroid goes down very low, like it did for me. This raw food diet, and then sometimes I would have a little bit of vegan, and then I would go straight back to raw food, because I actually felt like a lot more clarity on raw food. But I still was bloated. Even when I was the most raw foodist that I could be, I was still bloated. And I didn't know why, and I still didn't feel full of energy, as they say on a raw food diet. I mean, I had more energy than when I wasn't off it, when I was just vegan, because I think everything was like moving faster. But I was still extremely constipated. I had to use those suppositories. And because of the lack of hormones, my hair was so thin. It was like extremely thin. I wouldn't even want to brush my hair because I had clumps of like, because my hair is long, right? It is long, but it's very thin. And I'm not saying that it's very thin now, because I'm going to get to that. But before, it's been 2 months now since I stopped this whole raw food vegan thing, and I feel like so relieved from it. I don't know how to explain, like, I just feel so relieved that I'm not doing that anymore, because I found something extremely much better that is helping me. I used a whole bunch of different products. I did all these like egg masks, and I used like essential oils and stuff, and there's like, I know some that are really good, like the essential oil blends and stuff that work really much to like help me, because I had like lots of like hair, like this is grown in, but I didn't have all this now. It was like very sparse like this. So I used those things and they helped me, but then in like 2 weeks it just disappeared. Like all the new hair growth and everything, it would just fall out. More hair would fall out. When I have a shower, wash my hair, it would just keep coming out, and then after the shower I brush my hair, it'd come out again. Like, it was so horrible, and it was just an awful situation. You don't want to be in that situation. My bones and joints were like cracking. They don't just like, they pop, right? Your joints, when you put up your hand, like, I can hear the popping. Like my knees grind, because I have been on this vegan / raw food diet propaganda for like such a long time, and this is the result. Like, when you do something like that, when you get off of meat primarily, when you get off of other things like butter and eggs and those things, when you get off of them, it's like you're slowly becoming weaker and weaker, and you're just like withering away. I don't understand how they can say that I'm so strong, and like that must be just them. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it how people can be on the raw food diet and on this vegan diet and say that they're so strong and everything. How strong will you be if you actually just go on like a meat-based diet? You'll be much stronger. You'll feel much better. Your hormones will be higher, so you're going to feel more enthusiastic and more stronger. Even in my dreams, I'm stronger, and I don't let like things like like battles and stuff in my dreams. I like overcome because of meat. Even in my dreams, overcome. In reality, I have a voice because I've started on a meat-based diet. I feel like I have a voice now, and I have an opinion that I can stick up for, and I can back myself up, and I don't let people, kind of tell me what to do or run me over like with their words. I stick up for myself more, and that's because of meat. Like, I'm telling you, when you're on a raw food or on a vegan diet for such a long time and you think nothing's happening to you, stuff happens to you that maybe you don't even realize it, because it's like, it's not like overnight. It takes gradual process of times, and then you wonder, what's wrong? Why is this happening to me? But when you switch to an all meat-based diet, then it's like the difference is immediate. Even in the first week, the difference is immediate. But for me, because I have so much healing to do, especially from ulcerative colitis. And that is the main thing, that is the main reason why I felt so awful, because of all the fiber and fiber and fiber and fiber. And it's like, you know, you're detoxing and detoxing, and you think you can never get enough of your detoxing. And it's just like, you know, it's like you need something soft and like smooth in your digestive, not just fiber, because it's like wearing down that protective layer of your digestive system, of your intestines. And I also had infection of H. pylori bacteria, and that is based in the stomach, and it goes all the way through the digestive system, and it can wreak havoc on your whole digestive system. Every time I ate something starchy like a potato or a bread, my skin would be so dry and itchy, and I would get like little bumps on my skin. And then my sugar was always up and down, because you're primarily on a glucose diet, so it's just like that. So that is like the reason why I completely quit all this. I'm just gonna say nonsense, I'm sorry, because the way it made me feel is nonsense to me. And I just want to give my voice out there that there is a better way, and that you don't have to feel that way anymore. You don't have to go through all these digestive problems. Like, people are looking for how to heal their digestive system vegan style. You heal your digestive system by getting off of vegan only based diet, and you starting, like for me, I just went cold turkey, and I just went on a meat-based diet. I use dairy, raw milk. I have, like, you know, different things that I use to help heal my digestion. And I'm telling you, it's only been 2 months, and I've had a huge change from my mood, from my ability to just like be a better person, a stronger person, not so this one day, that the other day, you know, just like be a stronger person and be more confident. And that's just not just saying that, but that's just saying about the main physical problems that it causes when you're such a long time on this kind of diet, like ulcerative colitis. You don't want to have that, especially when there's bleeding involved. It's a horrible thing to experience. So that is my reason why I quit raw food diet and vegan diet, and why I feel so good about it and so liberated, and I don't miss it at all, and I'm very glad I did it. And I wish I had known about this when I was a young teenager. Basically, I wouldn't have to go through all that, and my digestion would be bang on by now, and every day my bloating, every month my bloating is less. So that is all I wanted to share. If you have any comments, leave them down below. And please subscribe and like, please subscribe, please. I'll see you guys. Bye.